Hello everybody, this is Maniac 4 Bricks. I'm doing this as best as I can. This is the Ultra Agent Ocean HQ, the flagship model from 2015 of the Ultra Agents line. This is enormous. It goes off of my turntable, and I'm trying my best to get it as much around as possible, and I'll try to get, closer looks at it in just a moment. We're going to start things off. I'm just going to lower the camera so that we can take a look at our figures. Taking a look at all of these, they're actually pretty good figures to get in this set if you don't have any of the smaller ones. And that being said, some of them are repeats from those other sets, and it's a little bit disappointing for at least 2 to 3 of the agents have already been from other sets. Terabrite has already been in another set, but not with the hair. So that's pretty interesting how he has hair with this time instead of this other headgear for his hacking skills. We also have a new villain in here. I forget the name at the moment, but I do know that his head glows in the dark. I also find this figure pretty remarkable for, the printing on him could make him easily usable for other things outside of being a villain. that face is so interesting. And even have the headgear, which is actually a nice dual mold of color. And taking a look around the sides, he just has this large backpack on him, which forces him to have his hands covered. He does have a little bit of printing on the back, but it's not much that's really hidden back there. For our next figure, this one has a bit of back printing on her as well. It is more unique for her torso as well as for her face. And I recall, nope, there's nothing on the back as far as printing for the head. Our next guy in line actually does have some back printing on him, on the face, and on the torso. And it's a pretty typical outfit for an Ultra Agent of this type. We also have another agent right here. I apologize if I don't remember all the names. I don't remember many of the names from here, but I know they have their own names. So you can fill me in on the comments below if I, mess up something with naming them. This one actually has a nice backpack on him, because this one is a trans blue, which is opposed to the other gray one we've seen in the past. Or like dark bluish gray one, rather. He only has the one face, but I do love that helmet. That is a really cool helmet to have, at least 2 of in this set. And for Terabrite, he does not have a back printing on his face. He does still have the badge of the code on the back of him. Now he's going to go away because he's going up into one of our first areas we'll investigate. I'll have to put that stand back up over here because it's, again, such a bigger model that I'm doing in this setup at this time that I need to, keep arranging how the camera is set up. So over here on the front, we have this hatch that can open up very nicely. And inside of here, we have a little prison hold. You can open that up and fit Terabrite inside. And that's why, the headgear probably wouldn't work so well with him in the previous wave. So he could fit like that. I'm pretty sure he can fit the other way, but he does often roll over because of the way his hands are put in there. So, okay, we can still get it in there like that. And there's a little spot inside of there for him. Let me see if I can just move the camera and get it in there. There we go. And that closes right back up. So it's almost like you don't even know there's a prison hold in there. Now, there is a bit on the front. I do not have any stickers on this set. Let me keep that in mind for this review. And I also don't have any of the strings attached. No strings attached for this review because this harpoon, it can turn around all 360 degrees. It even can move up and down like so. But the problem is I don't have the string that's really intended for this. I did not apply it because it's hard for me to work with strings. But it would fit onto these sides, and then you would try to fit this in here like that. It fits like a bolt like in other sets, and it would go out to a certain point, and then you can kind of reel it back in a little bit. But for this purpose of the video, you can kind of just have it as a shootable missile. So it's still a pretty cool thing. The front area back here the front area here is well designed. I do love all the way around how this thing is made for all of the, holding up on the sides for the boat. Especially when some of these areas can have special features. So if I just lower this end, it should give us the backpack on one side. And it still has the clip onto it. But this can fit on any of the Ultra Agents. It's intended for the female one that had the helmet on her. So we'll just take that off. We'll put this on. We'll have to move our hands a little bit. And she can fit right in there with her own jetpack. And the helmet just fits right above. There we go. So this can move around in different ways. And you can get like a propulsion going, so she's flying around. She does have her hands open, so if you wanted to fit any of the accessories with them, you have a bit of range, but not too much because of the harness on her. And also, you know, links up to the back. It's pretty cool the way this thing is made. You can even have it flip open like that, which is pretty nice. And unfortunately, this has been around for quite some time built, and I think it's already starting to fall apart on me. So let me see if I can just fix that area. All right, we'll just hold that back. Actually, we'll go a little bit more into there in just a little bit. We're going to take a look around to this side now, where there is a back control panel with lots of weapons. There's little stairs, so you can have minifigures going down the stairs to the other end. And there's supposed to be one of the scanning units for the Ultra Agents app. These apps, this app with the app bricks, only works if you have a tablet type device. If you have something like an iPhone, it's not going to work. It's too small of a screen to work with this kind of thing. I know because I've tried that, and I'm a little disappointed on that factor. But I can understand. And that works with any of the other Ultra Agent sets with the app bricks. So you could even fit your minifigure back here with the large control panel. I suppose, well, I don't know if this is exactly where the boat is driven, but there's a lot of accessories back here, so you have a lot to work with for the Ultra Agents. Now you can kind of see inside of there, and we'll get more closer in just a little bit. We'll go around to this side where we have one of the villain vehicles, and this is supposed to be the villain that's supposed to break out Terabrite. And it's a pretty interesting build for this one. It has a few stickers for that little dropping piece in the front, which actually is supposed to act like a bomb. I like how the sides can spin. You could also use this as a flip fire missile. And it has a nice spot in there so you can fit him easily on top, sitting or standing. Now this is intended so you could drop that in there, cut off the power supply for the cruiser, for the boat, whatever you want to call it, and then they can go in and save him. But we're not gonna let the bad guys win this time around, because we have this little boat. We have another accessory on this side that we can add in, and you could have any Ultra Agent, pilot this boat. It has a little stud launcher on the front, and there's also a couple more stud launchers. We'll get into those in just a minute. This is actually a nice build for the boat. I do like the way the sides are built up, and it fits on here pretty easily. I can just slide that back in without the figure on there. But again, we'll take a closer look. There's really not much on the inside to see. I mean, a lot of it is just really to hold the storage space for the things you saw on the panels. And as far as, other than that, there is also a little bit of storage space where you can actually fit figures in there and have them walking through, have a cup of coffee or something, sold separately. But we're going to take a look at this. This is an interesting feature. I knocked off a piece there. You slide up this garage door gate, and there's a little handle, should be around here. There it is. There's this handle. Boom. Now we have dual rapid fire stud launchers. There are 6 on each, and they also have plenty of extras included in the set, so you could always use more as ammunition. But these are really cool. I really like how you can work with the gears to make them both turn at the same time. I'm not going to fire them now because it would be a big mess and it would be a lot to clean up. I also like how the garage door can catch here so you can easily slide it back into place. Now the last part for this boat is the command center on top, which this would probably be the place to pilot the boat, do communications, monitor criminal activity, and so on. But you can open this up from the top, and it has enough room in there that you could fit 3 figures in their own chairs. Normally, each of these would have panels that would have stickers on them. Again, I did not apply stickers. I've already mentioned that earlier. But you can fit 3 minifigures on each of these, and there actually is enough room you could fit a 4th minifigure behind them. This little area back here, so you can have someone just kind of like standing by, dictating orders or something like that. But it's actually a good spacious area. I like how the sides are used to wrap around it to give it this nice shape. You also have these antennae on the top, and you can spin this for the little radar. So it's a very impressive set. This was $100 when it first came out. I love this thing so much. It is an amazing boat. It does not float on water. I will not test it for that, but I will test it for something else. Wink, wink. So this is a very impressive set. I really enjoy everything that's in here. All the different building techniques that are used to build the boat and make it mostly sturdy. It has so much to offer for just looking at it, for having all different things going on. Again, you could use some of that space inside of there. If I just open up these sides, maybe you can get a little bit more light in there. But you can open up these sides, and there is enough space so you can actually fit a whole lot of minifigs and other accessories inside. Maybe even fit one of those smaller quads from the earlier Ultra Agent sets. This is a great ship. So thanks for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it didn't take too long for it. We'll see you next time with more LEGO videos. Wow, this took up more space in my desk than I imagined.